What's up, everyone? Uh, I just got on. I didn't go live yesterday. I really wasn't feeling it. I had a good friend slash, he was like a brother to me. Uh, his services was yesterday. Rest in peace, Mario. Just unfortunately, him, his cousin Sonny. They both passed away 2 months apart, exactly to the day. So yesterday I really wasn't feeling it going live. Playing some oldies or whatnot. But I'm going live today. Actually, I'm going live to. So I got the every 15-minute programs coming up, starting this month and next month, and then I got one in May. So I want to talk a little bit on that today, and I want to try to go. I want to try to do a little mix today, considering I just started physical therapy last Friday on my shoulder. My shoulder still, I say it's about 10, 15% maybe. I'm starting to be able to move it a little bit better now. Not too much. I still can't move it. Not much. Not really much at all. Besides when I'm laying down, I got more movement on it. But eventually, doing with physical therapy and everything, I'll have a lot more motion in my shoulder than I did before. And again, it was due to my accident when I was hit by the drunk driver. Speaking of that, I do have some 15-minute programs coming up again. Some of the high schools that are doing it. Not all the high schools yet, not all the counties yet that are doing it. So I'm going to speak a little bit about that, you know, right now, and then from there, I'm going to see if I'm able to do this mix here. I want to try. I don't know how good I'm going to do, considering that uh, my shoulder's not at full. Even though I was doing mixes before with a mixed up shoulder, pretty much with one arm, one and a half arm, but I got a little less movement at the time, which I want to have a lot more movement here. Um, but before I get, hold on, I got a couple texts here. So you guys know how my phone works. And by the way, Nana, it's our mom, your adopted mom, but my real mom. Well, anyways, so I want to touch down a little bit about that. But before I get started on that, I do want to talk about um, right here down the street from my house. We stay right here by a school. I guess it's a school with younger kids. I want to say from kindergarten to sixth grade or fifth grade, whatever it is. Well, my daughter went to the bus stop and kind of got a little story. I guess there were some police officers sitting right there uh, at the school, and her friends was telling her. Speaking of my daughter's school, that's another whole different incident. I'll speak like a couple seconds on. Matter of fact, before I get into the next one, uh, my daughter was threatened on a school bus by one of her by a boy that goes on her bus with her, and I guess they were kicking her chair, and she turned around, asked him to stop, and one of the kids threatened her, say, "You know what? Uh, I have my dad shoot your dad in the head." And my daughter flipped out. She went to the school, she went to the principal, and they pretty much took it as a joke. Say, well, there is home learning, and you can do that again. And so that's why there's so many mass shootings at the schools now. People take shit like that as a joke, and they pretty much said, they try to go to the bus. We made a big deal of it, and they went to the bus station and trying to get the trying to get the thing at the bus. Of course, you can't hear nothing with a bunch of kids on a recording, and so uh, that's some of his friends that was there sitting with him, and one of his friends said, "No," he said, "I want to have my dad sue your dad." Come on now, let's get real here. So there's nothing made of it, but regardless, the shit's real. Something like that. Joke ain't a fuck. It's bullshit. Well, anyways, uh, moving on. So my daughter went to school, and she sees some cops right there at the kindergarten school. I think it's K through 6 or what. I'm not too sure. And her friend was saying, yeah. So the other day, I guess they reported some guy taking pictures of the little kids, and so come to find out, there was also reporting some of the third or fourth graders reported that there was a guy in a pickup truck with a big mustache. I'm not sure the race or nothing like that, but right here, literally, not even a block away from my house, a K through 6 school had a reporting of a guy in a pickup truck with a dog trying to tell the kids to get in the truck. And so you know what? Honestly, here we go. Shit, man. Me personally, uh, if I wasn't completely blind, shit, I'd be waiting for that fucking truck, waiting for that dude. Seeing him trying to talk to some little kid like that. That'd be a wrap. Uh, and I don't dig that shit. That's the worst of the worst. That's you know, that's nothing but bad intentions there on on a poor little innocent kid. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, that's no joke to me. That's something real. I'm glad the cops are out there, running around here, uh, because that's something not to be played with. Uh, chomos, rapists, kidnapping, whatever the case may be. None of that shit's fucking a joke to me. That shit's real. And so, again, before I get pissed off and lose my temper about that shit, I want to touch down about my thoughts about DUI drivers and all that. So my main thing, I got some programs coming up this month, the next 3 months. Not all the high schools are doing it yet. Not all the counties are doing it yet. Um, but I do got some. I got to figure out next few days, next until my first event, uh, how to cut down my speech, my story, my what happened to me, down to about 10 to 15 minutes. That way I can that's how much time I got at these programs, because they got so much going on and stuff. So I gotta practice in my head about that. I can't write it down on paper or nothing like that. I just gotta pretty much tell my story, tell what's in my heart, um, and just because to me it's more personal, it's more serious, it's more because I was a victim of the statistics, and this is something that you know it's real. It's real, it's out there, and it's something that hasn't been slowed down during this whole COVID stuff. It's the statistics actually gotten a little bit higher, and which is sad to even think about, because this is something that can very easily be fixed, and it's as easy as don't get behind the wheel intoxicated. you know like me, for example. I don't know who knows my story, who doesn't know my story. If you want to know a little bit about my story, look down on my page at DUI accident, the day that changed my life forever, part 1 of 2. That tells a little bit about my story. I got some pictures of my pickup truck. I got 2 little clips of me suffering in my pickup truck the morning of my incident. Again, I call it incident, not an accident, because this particular person that was driving the other vehicle, they wanted to got behind the wheel drunk, trying to take the back way. I wouldn't be blind with one leg with half full of hardware and cadaver bones, and that's why I had my total reverse shoulder replacement just recently. I still got more surgeries to come, but so for me, this situation, we got all this craziness going on in this world right now, and just none of this is a joke. I got so many topics I would love to speak about, and but unfortunately, it just too much for me to touch the bases down. Even I would like to go live on my page, and speak more about it. Have people call me, and I can put you on speaker or text it, and I can put the speaker to my phone because my phone reads all my text out loud to me. As you can see, it's old. 6 p.m. It's an upgraded flip phones. Nah, it's a piece of shit, but it works for me, so that's all that matters. Um, so I do got some events coming up, which I will be speaking at. So I got to cut down my speech again. It's been since COVID started, since last time I spoken at a high school. I've been doing DUI classes and different, parts like that. So, I get to answer more questions. I get to speak a little bit more about what's going on, my updates, what's going on with me, with my surgeries and all that. Which at the every 15-minute programs, I don't have the time to do all that. Which it's a very touching. I shouldn't say touching. It's more of a. Uh, there's a lot more going on. It's a great program that they do at the high schools, and but for me, I get more. It's more personal for me, and I love doing it. People ask me, is it kind of like therapy for me? For me, you can say it kind of is like therapy. Therapy for me, speaking at the high school, speaking at the DUI classes, and all the places I do speak at, because it makes me feel good, makes me feel better. Yes, but a big part of it is that I think it's therapy for me. It's not for the fact that it's not like therapy for me itself. It's therapy as in trying to help better somebody else's life, trying to help better the statistics, trying to help better from helping somebody from becoming a victim or from being a statistic in that matter, I should say. Um, and like I said in one of my other videos, they asked, I've been told if you can help one person, your job's done. Now, my job ain't done. My job is to better the statistics. My job is to get people to stop getting behind the wheel intoxicated. Stop making that dumb choice. And I know in my lifetime probably will never happen, but if I can better the statistics, then you know what? I'm doing my job. My job ain't done, but my job is being heard. My voice is being heard. My situation is being, my situation that was a negative is being turned into a positive. If I'm able to do that, if I'm able to help the statistics and try, help maybe save, a life or as many life as possible I can save, or trying to save people from becoming statistics. Rather, it's from being a part of statistics as a part of a DUI driver or a victim of a DUI driver. I want to help both parts of the statistics, and that's my purpose that I'm doing this. Is pretty much to help the what's going on out here. And right now, I know it's not a big thing with this COVID going on, this war that's going on. That who knows, what's going to go on with that. So I'm pretty sure it's the less of anybody's problems, but it is serious. It's a reality. It is going on every day out here. And you can literally be driving like me. I was on my way to work and I got hit head on from a drunk driver, and it can literally happen at any time to anyone at any place, time or place, and it's not a joke. It's serious. It's out there. It's something that we do got to pay attention to on top of everything else that's going on in this crazy world out there right now, and and there's one county that well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to touch down or put anything down, but this particular county, which I don't do this county this year. They're not this county, this particular county doing it this year. But one of the speakers, he charges a lot to speak, and he demands to be last. And so to me, and he puts it, as a joke. He tries to get down on the kids' levels, and he makes it more of a joke. He makes it fun. He takes the reality and the seriousness away of the DUI driving, of the incidents and the people out there dying and being severely injured, as of myself. Matter of fact, that morning I did die 3 times. I was in a coma. I did have a brain bleed. Had a trach down my throat. Because of it, I had my leg amputated. I still need what they call Cadillac knee replacement. Uh, I still need surgery on my femur. My femur healed, but it healed with gaps. My nose healed, but it healed broken. My cheekbone, my right cheekbone healed. See, speaking of that, still, even right now as I'm talking, it feels a little tingly. But my cheekbone healed, broken. Uh, my shoulder, my forearm, I was supposed to have no movement in my hands, but look at, I beat that case too. Doctors were telling my family that I wasn't going to live, to pull the plug on me. Luckily they didn't. I woke up, matter of fact, when the doctor was telling my wife and my kids this. And then after I did wake up from my coma, they were telling them that I was going to have no memory. Uh, that I was going to remember my wife. I wasn't going to remember my kids, which, you know what? I remember pretty much everything. And I still have great memory, luckily. I'm still here. I'm healthy. I'm blessed. Honestly, I feel like I'm truly blessed to be here, be talking about this. And so that's pretty much what I want to talk about now, since I do got some of the every 15 minutes programs coming up here this starting this month. I'm not sure the dates, um, but I know I got some coming up this month, the next month, and then the following month. So that's why I've decided to come up live as well. So last week, uh, my wife and 2 of my kids went to the store, to get some home supplies, shampoo, deodorant, conditioner, whatnot, all the good stuff. And well, when they were pulling into the parking lot, uh, they got hit. They got hit pulling into the parking lot, and it wasn't from a wife's quick reaction. It could have been a lot worse. Wife seen the car running a red light, so she floored it. Had to go around. I guess there's a black Suburban in front of her. Had to go around the Suburban to try and get out the way of the car that was running the red light. And unfortunately, it did a lot of damage to the car, and they took off. They bounced out. So, being with that said, it makes me wonder, why was it hit and run? Why did they take off? Which I'm grateful, and we're blessed that everybody was okay. The car, most likely they're gonna call it total, but we're not sure yet. We won't find out until this coming up week, um, or this week sometimes, I think. But were they drinking? Were they behind the wheel drunk? Only whoever was in that car knows. And so that's one of my things I want to talk about today. I want to make it quick as possible because I do want to see if I can do this a little mix. Uh, Again, with music, YouTube, around hour and a half in, they start muting me out. But I'm not gonna take that long. I'll just try and do a quick little mix possible. If I'm able to, I want to try and do it with one arm. My shoulder still. I just started therapy with my shoulder. I'm very limited in my movement so far still. Um, Certain areas like the surgeon says, pretty much I got no muscle memory in this one spot. And the therapist said, I got to find a whole different way of movement in my arm because a certain part of the reverse shoulder replacement, uh, this area right here is the weakest part because there's no muscles there. There's nothing there. So I got to depend on another way of moving my arm. So it's like relearning how to use my arm all over again, pretty much. And but you know what? I'm up for the challenge. Even when I'm laying there and I move my arm with my arm, I got a lot more movement than what I did before. Even with my, see right there how it hurts, but even my other shoulder, well, not my other shoulder, but uh, before a couple weeks ago, I couldn't even move it this much, and that was so now with of course with help, I can move it a lot more. It hurts like hell, but hey, it's worth it once I get my therapy done and everything. My the pain, gradually start going away, and but like I said, it's due to sorry about that. You hear me, clear my throat a lot. It's not, because of anything. It's just because the way my nose healed and the drainage and stuff. So, a lot of stuff gets stuck in my throat, so I gotta clear it. And so, moving forward and going on about the reality of drinking and driving. And like I said before, you're not guaranteed to make it home. Uh, you can be literally right down the street and not make it back to your pad, or hit somebody, or it can be all bad. So you're not guaranteed to make it home when you're drinking and driving. And I've taken, shit about it before. And but like I told them, you know what, you don't like the message I'm trying, send across. You don't like what I'm saying. You don't like the positivity I'm trying to make. Then don't listen to me. Change the channel. Change. Uh, I'm doing this for the right reasons. I'm trying to send this positive message for the right reason and trying to help everybody out. I'm trying to help people from not getting behind the wheel drunk, and I'm trying to help people not becoming victims from a drunk driver. I'm trying to help drivers not get behind the wheel drunk and not get locked up or not get kill anybody, or not have make anybody become paralyzed or become a handicap or anything like that. As for me, luckily, I did live. I wasn't expected to live. Doctors didn't, expect me to live. They didn't expect me to come out of my coma. I did have a brain bleed in part of my brain that was non-surgical. Luckily, the surgeon seen that and didn't try anything. But there was a lot of things that went in effect that helped me live, like with my brain bleed. I had to suffer from massive head swollenness, brain swollenness, and all that. But it wasn't for the crack that happened in the back of my head during this accident. It, allowed my brain to have oxygen, and so it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have made it. If I didn't have my seatbelt on, I wouldn't have made it. Which at this time, at first I didn't know until after a while, talking to people, talking to. Well, anyways, I guess what happened was the engine flew on my lap. If I didn't have my seatbelt on, pretty much the upper part of my body would have flew off the windshield, as the bottom part of my body would have stayed in my truck underneath my engine. So that was another blessing. They said the way my face collapsed, my pallets and stuff, because I got bolts and stuff, new pallets in my face, and they said so it's pretty much like the way it was explained to me. It's pretty much like a car, the way the new cars are made to fold in, like not fold in, but like ruffle in, to help it going into to the cab and stuff. I was in an old pickup truck, so my truck wasn't made like that. Um, but it was for my face doing his job again. I wouldn't have made it. Um, but unfortunately, because of my incident, I say incident again. Remind you, I say incident because it was a choice that the other person made to get behind the wheel intoxicated, and kind of found out they were also uh, they were also coked out and high. Uh, but drinking, and driving intoxicated is what did the damage. Um, but I was I forgot where I was getting at now. So pretty much my face did its job. I guess my bones were sticking out of my arm. My bone, my forearm was sticking out of my forearm. My femur, the bone, my femur, when it busted, it was hanging out of my leg. My foot was degloved, so it was hanging there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to save it, and which I had a choice, to try to save it. They say it will never be the same. That it would take me about 5 years, 5 6 years to start walking again on it, but it would be not the same. I'll probably walk like 5 10 minutes on it, and then have to sit down and rest for another 5 10 minutes because it wouldn't be the same. Which I chose to go ahead and get it amputated because hey, I started walking a lot sooner. Just unfortunately, right now I can't use my walker or anything because for one, my femur's not healed yet. I still need my knee replacement, and I'm not able to walk on my walker yet because my shoulder is not able to handle the weight on my shoulder yet because I just had my total reverse shoulder replacement. But anyways, moving forward, I'm excited to start getting ready to talk to the high schools again. Like I said, I got to cut down my story, try and make it fast as possible, and turning my negative until everybody else is positive is my main goal. Trying to help the statistics, from both sides of the fence. I don't hold any grudges against drunk drivers. I don't hold, I'm trying to help them as well as helping people not becoming a statistic. So speaking of that, for all the drivers out there, if you're on the road, please pay attention to your surroundings because in my case, I did see the car swerving in my lane. It was at 4:55 in the morning on a Tuesday morning at that. And I did see the car, but me, not thinking, I was thinking, what, they it was early in the morning. They probably dropped their coffee on their lap or dropped it, trying to clean it up because they did correct themselves. Um, so I didn't think nothing of it, and I kept driving. Now, if I would have pulled over, if I would have seen it, well, I did see it, but if I would have pulled over and wait for them to pass me up again, I wouldn't be in this spot now. I'd still be working. I'd still be driving diesels. But unfortunately, I didn't. I kept driving. I gave them the benefit of the doubt because I thought, they just dropped their coffee or whatever. And so pay attention to your surroundings. If you see a car swerving at all, just get out of the way, stay out of the way, and keep your safety. Uh, your family's safety. You know, it's so many deaths that well, besides this whole COVID and now this war stuff, and just this month alone, I'm not even gonna go there, but through DUI accidents alone, so many people dying. Uh, just a few weeks ago, there was a over here by my dad's house. There was a house camera that caught it all, and I guess there was an officer that guess they were speeding, went to go turn around, was on his dash cam. Um, it's a sad. I don't know on they were drinking or not. I have no clue on that situation. I just know that there's three teenagers that passed away, and I guess uh, they did do one of the schools that I am going to be doing this year, I think, and I think the school canceled because of the situation and all that. So that's a unfortunate situation. I know in the newspaper was saying that they were taking one of the kids home that passed away in this accident, and they were like a block away from the house. And just make sure before you leave the house every morning, make sure before you go anywhere you don't leave mad. If you are mad, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them. Make sure you make it clear to them that that you do love them. Make sure you know what they're wearing. Make sure because you never know what the case may be. You make it home, or anything like that. So 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 make sure you do tell everybody in the house that you love them. Make sure don't take advantage. Don't take advantage of any situation. Don't take a be grateful for what you do got. Speaking of that, They say we all the times that we turn to God is during our rough patches, but we gotta also thank God during our good times, and we gotta thank God for the blessings that we do got, and not just turn to Him when we need Him. We gotta be there for Him as well as when we don't need Him. We gotta be grateful for what we do got, and during this whole time, I've learned that, and so like I said, for those that don't know, this incident left me completely blind, and so I'm just trying to send a positive message out there. Um, there's so many stuff I want to touch down on, so many things I want to speak about, so many things I do want to talk about and bring up, but uh, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can do this mix pretty much one arm and see what my shoulder allows me to do, and see if I can do it. It might sound like shit, and it might sound good. You never know. But again, I don't know who's watching, who's paying attention. You guys watching it later, please hit the like button, share this. Uh, I have learned that the more likes or unlikes I get, the more it goes out to the public. Again, you don't know my the story right now. I'm cutting it short, uh, but you want to know a little bit more about what happened with me, and it's not even all of it. It's not even the whole situation. I don't talk about it all at one time. When I do it, it takes a good 2 hours for me to get everything about what I'm doing now for the public, about speaking at the classes at the high schools, at different events, and speaking about everything that happened to me. It takes about 2 hours. Um, so you want to learn a little bit more, go down to DUI accident, the day that changed my life forever, part one of two. Um, that gives you pictures of my pickup truck. That gives you a little two like a 15, 30 second clips of me suffering in my pickup truck the morning of the accident. And after that, I give a little speech that I give at the high schools. Um, and so maybe one day I'll get on here and I do pretty much the whole speech. And you guys want to call in, have questions, and ask. My number is 209-496-7571. If you guys want to send a text, I put my text up to the speaker, and it'll give you guys my read text it however you want to say it online, or however you want me to say it, because my phone reads me the text messages outside. I mean out loud, and we can do it that way too. Uh, but for right now, let's go ahead and get uh, in this month. I would say this money. Yeah, I want some money. Shit. Speaking of that, my incident as well. The person, the people in the other car, they had no insurance, and I was in my work pickup truck, so I only had liability in my pickup truck. So unfortunately for me, I got nothing out of it. The people in the other car had no insurance, no job, no nothing. So it left me and my family homeless for about a year. I got lucky getting into this place now. So during this time too, the landlord where we were at kicked us out of the house because he couldn't wait for me to collect my Social Security disability, and he sued us for the money during the time I was in the hospital, waiting, fighting for my life, and he sued us for the money, and the court, gave it to him. There wasn't no sympathy, wasn't no, well, considering I was in the hospital fighting for my life, and I was the only income of the house, so we were homeless for about a year, and we're here now, but unfortunately, uh, the rent here is a lot more than my disability, Um, my wife was pretty much forced to go back to work. I always left it up to her. It was her choice. She wanted to work on that, or be here with the kids and taking the kids, back and forth to school and everything. But um, money's tight. Money's tight. We barely get enough to pay the rent, uh, pay our insurance, pay our bills, pay our food. Well, half the times we don't got food in this house, but we do make it and survive with what we got. We do make a lot of spreads, I should say, jailhouse spread, because that's the cheapest to make, by the way, and it's hella good. Uh, but anyways, I want to finish this video on an up note. I want to try my best to try to make try to do a quick little mix, see what my shoulder allows me to do right now, and so I'm gonna play a little. Matter of fact, I got sent this USB through, so I want to say thank you to Mike Lopez out of San Jose. Uh, he's a DJ as well. He sent me this USB with this folder on it, and I'm trying my best to try to make a cool mix out of it. And um, so speaking of that, before I get started with this mix, I do want to say I want to give a shout out to Eternal Light Tattoos. Uh, I want to say Cali Undergrounds. I think they're still open right there on McHenry. Eternal Light Tattoos on McHenry. Rise and Grind Skateboard Shop right there on McHenry as well. Jake from Guitar Center, he's helped me out a lot. Newmark for having this system out there that takes USBs where I don't have to use a laptop. I also want to give a shout out to DJ Light Shop right there on McHenry as well, and for helping me with USBs as well. Um, uh, see, my mind's going half blank right now. I want to get this started. I want to get this little mix started. I want to see my shoulder's killing me right now, but uh, uh, Gadget Exchange too, right there on McHenry. All these places right here on McHenry. I do want to give a shout out to Sharkline Pit Bulls. That's where I got my service dog at. Um, so you can look him up on Facebook, Sharkline Pit Bulls. Look him up on Facebook. I think that's what it's under. I don't have no more of his cards. Uh, I will put it up to wherever the laptop's at for you guys to see it. Um, but I do got to get more of his cards. And well, let's go ahead and get this started. Again, I'm gonna see how good my shoulder lets me do this mix. If it starts sounding like shit, so before I get started, I don't know copyrights and all this music, and trying to get. I'm trying to do like a good 10, 15 minutes worth. See, how far I get, and see how much my shoulder allows me to do right now. And make the best of it. You know what? Speaking of that, so uh, Sunday, I did I went, so a good friend of mine's, he's like a brother. We were real close. Um, he was, like I say, he was a dreamer. He was a go getter. Sky's was the limit with his talent. Um, he was a great tattoo artist. He he was also a DJ. DJ Fader was his DJ name. So I was listening to his. Speaking of that, I got to give the original CD to his wife and make me a copy. I want to see if I can put the copy of his mix up on my YouTube. I'm not sure if my laptop allows me because my laptop's been messing up. It's the older laptop. Um, see if I can if it allows me because how long the mix is to upload it to my YouTube, and I'll make sure I put DJ Fader on there. I want to upload one of Mike Lopez's mix up here as well. I'll make sure I put on Mike Lopez. I'll make sure I put the mix that has his name through his mix. And well, anyways, I was listening to a CD that I recorded for him. So I was in his garage one day, and speaking of that, I got corrected. He has Satins, not Technics 1200s. He was always talking about Techniques, but the the turntables were Satins. But as a matter of fact, I played it last Sunday. I want to say, not yesterday, but the Sunday before for him. And so I was listening to it, and as I'm still learning. I'm still learning tricks of the trade and all that. But like a lot of the new hip hops, a lot of the new songs out here on the radios, there's really nowhere to blend in the song at. And so I'm listening to it. This mix, all the songs he was playing, reminder this is the time, he had just got some records, and I told him, hey, you know what? He wanted to show me, what he was working on with these records that he had just got. And I was like, I just got a CD burner, it connects to anything with RCA jack. So I wanted recording them in his garage. And so I'm really listening to it. He's teaching me, even now he's no longer here. He's still teaching me. So I'm listening to it, and I'm listening to how, how he did it. And I'm like, man. So this is the first time I'll be able to practice with this folder here. Um, since my shoulder, I haven't been able to practice with it. But when I come to a certain spot, which I don't think I'm gonna have to, but I want to put it on one of my other USBs where it has where it sings throughout the whole. Well, anyways, yeah. But anyways, listen to what he was doing and how he was doing it. Damn, it's like, damn, he's still teaching me through. Even though he's no longer here, I'm still learning off of him. And so, anyways, let me go ahead and get started. Again, I don't know copyrights on this music. I'm gonna see what my shoulder allows me to do right now, and hopefully, I can do at least a decent job with one arm. We'll see how my shoulder allows me to do against my left shoulder. So you see me, making faces. It's not because I'm irritated with you guys. It's because my shoulder's hurting. So make sure my bass is at least half because it sounds good on my side, but it sounds distorted over the computer or laptop or phones or whatever it is. Okay, here it goes. And let's get started.
Feel this way, 'cause we all feel
I hope I did cool. Think I did cool. Sound like I did cool, but I won't know until I go back and listen to it. But not bad for doing it with pretty much one arm. Well, anyways, I'll call that it. Again, uh, this is a last minute. I decided to go live only to talk about a little bit about a little bit about how serious and the realities and effects of drinking and driving, and trying to turn my negative into you guys positive. I got some every 15-minute programs coming up this month. I'm not sure when. I'm not sure the dates or the schools, but I do know I got every 15 minutes programs coming up here pretty soon, and I do know I got some every 15-minute programs coming up here in a minute, and so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Love you guys. I'm out. Go ahead and take me off. Good. All right. So I guess I'm still on. Hey. All right. If you guys want to, I'll be back live on Sunday if I don't go live before that. But other than that, this last minute decided to go live. I don't know who's all watching, who's all. Just make sure you hit like, share, just how to say it, describe, prescribe, or however you say it. Subscribe. That's the word. Subscribe. I'm looking for. Everybody subscribe. If you want to see a little bit more about my story, about what happened to me, maybe I'll go on. It's gonna be like a good 2 hours though. If I do go on, give the class the speech I gave at the DUI classes, at the AA meetings and stuff like that, the events I do. At the every 15-minute programs, I only do about 10 to 15 minutes. So I kind of bundle up my whole background story. A matter of fact, you can see it if you go down to DUI accident, the day it changed my life forever, part 1 of 2. That's pretty much what I do at the every 15-minute programs. But go ahead and check it out. There's pictures of my pickup truck. There's pictures. There's 2 little video clips of me suffering in my pickup the morning of the incident, and then it goes on to give the little speech I do. Some of the little speech I do is always changes every. Well, the story is the same, but the way I word it always changes here and there with every speech because, of course, I can't write it down, write it on paper, or nothing like that. But all right, I'm out. Love you guys. God bless. Go ahead, keep me on.